Hello, I'm Aurélie Meutet. I am an associate professor teaching agronomy at Montpellier Supagro. This week I will be working with you on agroforestry, which is an especially interesting way to implement the agroecological approach. Now, what is agroforestry? The word itself can give you a clue. Agroforestry is a series of practices designed to use land through growing trees and crops together in the same area. Naturally, it implies a long-term approach of agriculture. We are talking here about planning in terms of years and not just seasons. Our session together will be structured in 4 parts. First part, we will focus on the concept that underlies agroforestry. We will observe and define the many different types of agroforestry systems that can be found around the world. The abundant diversity that exists is of course about species of the trees, of the crops, and even the animals that live together in those ecosystems. But we will also discover the diversity of production goals that can be attached to each of those species. Second part, we will identify the levers that can help farmers use ecological processes to their advantage in the specific context of agroforestry. The first lever is about figuring out how various species of trees and crops can complement each other, both in terms of space and time, in order to optimize and even increase available resources such as the soil and the light. We will be discussing here such topics as species selection, wood pruning, and plantation density. The second lever is about developing the supply of ecosystem services by agroforestry systems beyond crop production. In particular, carbon sequestration and the prevention of topsoil erosion are 2 important topics that we will be discussing here this week. Third part, we will look into various case studies of agroforestry. We will present you with a choice of 3 different situations. First situation, the so-called simple agroforestry, involving only a few species of plants, which is the kind of agroforestry that has been developed recently in the wake of agricultural policy reforms, especially in Western countries. This typically involves a principal crop grown in between straight lines of timber that are distant enough from each other to allow mechanized processes. Second situation, complex, traditional agroforestry such as the systems designed by coffee growers in Central America with up to several dozens of productive plant species grown together. Third situation, an agroforestry system that includes livestock. For each of these 3 examples, we will ask you to identify the challenges, the tools that are put into play, and the services that are provided by that kind of agroforestry system. And we will ask you to analyze the biophysical, technical, and regulatory potential and limits of such a system to become more widespread. Finally, at the very end, and this will be our 4th and last part, it will be peer evaluation time. You will have the opportunity then to discuss in a written essay what technical, economic, ecological, social, and political impacts are brought about by agroforestry. What are the advantages and drawbacks of agroforestry compared to other approaches? I wish you a happy exploration of agroforestry over the course of this week, and I look forward to interacting with you on the forum.